Do you ever dry your pants? Or not?
Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Yo, what up, gather around the arena? We back with another episode. Let's get it. What? Listen, it's Monday. We told you we coming back. We on the ground. We feeling good. You know the vibes. We feeling fresh. We feeling Gucci. Let's go. We back with another episode. It's 4 p.m. Like we said, on the dot, we live in action for all of you out there right now. We were live yesterday, 4 p.m. as usual on the schedule. And we back today with another banger. Let's go. We back in action. Today's topic. First of all, before we even get into the topic, shout out to everybody that has been watching the podcasts after we go live. Shout out to everybody that has been supporting, actually liking the streams, liking the podcast after the fact. We truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to keep sharing the streams out. Also, don't forget, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Also, follow if you're on Facebook right now. And on top of that, hit that bell icon on both pages so you get notified every time we upload and or go live. And also, follow our social medias down in the description down below. You know the vibes. In the building, we got your boy Slasher. You know the vibes. In the building, we got Lil Dawn Status. In the building, we got Royalty Rodriguez. And in the building, we got Insane Quotes. We feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling happy. Let's go. I'm feeling good. It's a Monday, start of the week. The week is looking fresh. And you know what? I'm feeling good, boys. So today's topic is the topic is going to be based off mainly schools. And the schools we are talking about is schools in Manhattan. And the reason for that is we'll get more obviously into that topic later on in the podcast. We truly appreciate yeah. Sorry, you threw me over that. Oh, but we appreciate you guys all. Without that being said, yo, how y'all boys feeling today? It's Monday. You know what I mean? It's the start
like a vanilla mocha swirl.
Whoa.
Wow.
Vibes. We feeling like a bunch of vanilla mocha swirls. Yo, today's topic is going to be interesting, especially since Steven and his saying, Steven, as you guys know, Rosie Rodriguez, and his saying quotes, they both have children. Me and Lil Don Status don't.
Silent.
But with them both having children, this topic is going to be a little interesting. So we'll get into that. I also have questions that are set up for you guys that are here. So what you could do is when you're watching, the topic will be right at the bottom of your screens as you're watching it. You can go ahead and also, comment back, talk to us, and let us know what you think about it. You know what I mean? Basically, now is the time. I want to let also everyone know watching right now, while you have the chance, those that are watching, that are here with us through, the beginning of it right now of our channel on the grind all the way up to the top, now's your chance to truly conversate with us while we're live and doing episodes, because at the point when we get more subscribers on YouTube, it's going to be harder to get to everyone on the comments. So we're not going to be able to conversate and connect more when we're doing episodes. It's going to be a little harder. So I want to let you guys everyone know watching now, that's what's going to happen as, we grow. It's going to be a little harder. So now is your chance to really just comment, talk to us, and we'll be able to actually answer your questions, or even a topic you have that we can assess on the next episode. You know what I mean? So honestly, that I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm feeling amazing right now. I'm happy. I'm feeling good. A lot of great things are happening. So I'm just feeling dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so boys, today's topic, like I said, we're just going to be talking about the precautions and everything that's been going on at these schools, especially with this dangerous situation that has been happening lately within the past 2 days in Manhattan. And I did a little more research, and apparently the schools that are mainly being attacked and attracted to whatever these people, or it could be one person for all we know, but whoever's attacking these schools or trying to send these things that are maliciously, it's all in Manhattan. It's all New York schools. You know what I'm saying? It's all in New York schools. So obviously, it's saying you got a daughter in school out there. Steven was soon to be having, obviously, Zane in the school out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's not only that, like I said, I also have questions not only for people out there with kids, but also people out there with siblings. It doesn't just have to be about kids. It could be about family members you have close to you, cousins, siblings, brothers, sisters. It don't matter. As long as they're close to you and they're going to school with everything going on right now, that's what we're going to be talking about. Just our opinions, and just emphasizing what we feel or think about, or just talking about it in general. And on top of that, it's not all going to be depressing. We could also talk about, bring it back to the old days that we were in school, or things like that, and just talk about stories. You know what I mean? We don't want to keep it, completely depressing. Oh my God, what are you talking about, dude? You know what I'm saying? But
It hurts.
it hurts. All right, boys. So the first topic before we get into that, actually, also as well, Everybody watching right now, I see everybody that liked on Facebook and YouTube. I truly appreciate you guys. We see you guys watching too. Don't forget to share the stream out so you can get it out there to all your friends, family, brothers, sister, aunts, tilly, tally, bally, wally. Huh? Come on now, show that love. Also, go ahead and drop those major likes on the stream. Comment if you guys are watching. Let us know you're here with us. And also hit that bell icon. And also, subscribe and follow if you're new. But I'm gonna play this real quick. But yeah, we're back. Okay. But yeah, first topic is gonna be up right now. First question of the day. One of you could go ahead and read that if you would like. While I share this out.
All right, I'll read it. How do you feel about kids going back to school?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm gonna say, as a parent, as a father to a 15-year-old daughter, I do not like the idea that they're going back to school. I think it's still too soon to be opening schools up. I mean, I understand kids need education and everything, but you can still do the home learning. You can still learn. There's plenty of things you can still learn at home than what you do at school anyway. So, I mean, I don't see the difference. I don't see why it's the big rush for people that want to open up these schools. And I can understand certain parents that, they have a job and they need somebody to watch their kids, whatever. But if you able to manage that while your child goes to school and you work, you can manage your child being home, working, doing schoolwork at home, then in school. But I can also understand where some parents are coming from. Most kids can't focus in the household.
Yeah.
They're just gonna think like, oh, it's vacation every day. Hey, nobody's gonna know if I went to school or not. I could just be like, yeah, I did the remote learning. Nah, but.
Or just open it up.
You can still. Them kids can still learn. And yeah, I just feel like opening the school is too early, bro. It's too early.
I definitely agree
with it.
I feel like that's what I said too. I was like, the fact that they're opening up certain schools right now is kind of like, to me, is dumb. That's what I feel is dumb. Because why are you opening up schools when there's still stuff going on? You know what I mean? It's not like it didn't just go away completely. Like, I saw a post on Facebook today about an hour or two ago of apparently a dude with a dressed up as Joker with no shirt, but he had the whole painting on his face and everything, and he's waving the American flag around, saying that the 19 is officially gone. And that's in New York. See, this is it don't make sense, bro. I understand New York is a huge population. They want to open things up. It doesn't make sense though, because you still have people that don't listen. You still have people that think they can just do whatever they want, even though they still do it, and they're putting other people at jeopardy because of it. And on top of that, now schools, listen, schools, you're dealing with kids. You're not dealing with adults at this point. Now you're dealing with kids, and some kids don't understand the real purpose of staying clean and staying away, from germs and all this other, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kids just want to be kids. They don't give a damn. They'll be picking their boogers, sneezing on people, coughing on people, freaking touching everything, putting their hands in the mouth. You know what I mean? It don't make sense, because at this point it was different before a little bit, even though obviously things were still dirty, but it wasn't it wasn't the 19. You never know what kid could have it or what kid's family could have it, and they pass it on to someone else because now their kid wants to do something by putting pens and pencils in their mouth when they don't know where it's been. You know what I'm saying? not only it doesn't make any sense, bro. To me, it don't. Like, why open schools now instead of just waiting and like doing further, like how do I say? Just even like doing more research, you know, and waiting on an actual positive, you know, okay, you can open a school, not just open schools because these kids need to be in school. They were already in school with their parents being home. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you just keep it to that? And some schools, not all schools are open, but some of these schools, that the majority of the schools that are open right now, some offer kids being able to stay home and do remote learning if they choose so, or they could go to school. Or the third thing is they set up a schedule with them. Those parents that choose the opportunity for their kid to go to school one day or maybe like 2 days out of the week and then do the rest more remote learning from home, they have that too. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, my brother goes to high school, you know, coming up. And I'm kind of worried about it because at the end of the day, my brother, he's somewhat mature when he wants to be, but at the same time, he could be on his extra stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to an amazing school, but yet again, like I said, there's still the 19 going around. It didn't just disappear. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people truly think that the 19 has disappeared. Like, that's the most stupidest shit I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? And it's those type of people that will get sick and get somebody else sick and not care. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up situation, to be honest. It's a real fucked up situation. And at the end of the day, on top of that, you know, it's the same thing with restaurants or anything else. Like, I get everything needs to open, money needs to come in. We get it, but it's not safe. Would you rather have money come in or would you rather have causes of death? Hello. It don't make sense. You know what? Who would choose causes of death because, oh, it's over, or you think it's over, and you want to open your business back up? Like, it don't make sense to me. It's like, honestly, you got to think of it. Quantity over quality, right? Same shit. Keep your business safe, and the way you could keep it safer is by not just opening it to everyone and being like, oh, we don't care. Because at the end of the day, once something happens at your business is when you screw yourself up right away. This goes for schools and you know, small businesses, restaurants, whatever the case is. Once something happens, your name of whatever your business is or whatever the case is, it gets messed up right away. Because now you're liable for what's going on around you. And something you own. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much, yeah, what I think. So you guys can talk and let me know, because I could go on forever with that shit. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just don't make sense to me. But yeah, you guys could go. I'll shut up.
It doesn't make sense. You're absolutely right. It don't make no sense that the schools are opening up. Plus, like you said, you got all this thing that's happening right now. You got the 19 that's going around, and then plus about what you was talking about, that the schools are being targeted in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if what I don't understand, what doesn't comprehend to me is that if y'all know about this, right? If like the Department of Education, if they know about schools being targeted in New York, why would you open up schools?
Exactly.
Why would you have parents bring their kids to somewhere where they could, God forbid, knock on wood, you know, get into an accident because the school is being targeted, but you don't care. You just want your kid to go to school. Like, come on. Like, there's times where you need to put your priorities before everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And your biggest priority is your child.
Yep.
Anything else is irrelevant. Your job, car, any materialistic things is irrelevant when it comes to your child. Like being just think about that. Like, would your parents growing up, you know, send you to school if this whole thing happened at that in their time? No, I don't think so. Not mine. I know that for sure.
Hell no.
My mom wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have sent me. I mean, not all parents are the same, but I'm pretty sure all the old school parents back in the days will be like, nah, you got this whole 19 going around, and plus schools being targeted. My child's not going to school until I know 100% for sure that it's going to be safe. Use common sense. Most of these people don't use common sense. That's why that's why the whole educational system is all fucked up.
Completely. And I feel like most parents that do not care about serious situations such as what's going on right now, like the past 2 days, with those envelopes being sent with a mysterious powder that they still haven't figured out what powder it is still being sent to different schools all around. And they're not just targeting like a high school per se. They're targeting every school, middle school, pre-K, high schools. They don't give a fuck. They're sending it to schools in New York. But one thing that the police authorities have figured out is each envelope, they realize a pattern. Each envelope has misspelled certain words, or it's written like sloppy. Like, they put high school, like whatever certain school they send into, if it's a high school, they'll write high school on it. But if it's middle school, they write middle school on it, like that. But it comes out sloppy. And the name, there's no name on it. There's none of that. It just has the address to where they sent it. But there's no trace of where it's coming from. There's no name on it. There's none of that. But then, like, they have a couple of things that they're trying to figure out, but they can't really figure out who is doing it and where it's coming from. But they're saying these envelopes that are being sent to these schools are in a plastic bag, and it's kind of like bulky. It looks like a fart bomb. Y'all know the fart bombs, right? That be in the bag, how there's air, but you can squeeze it and it'll pop. That's how the envelope is apparently it looks. Like it got some, mass to it. And they said when they opened one, not the school, but the authority opened one, and there was a mysterious powder in it that has no odor, no nothing. It's powder, but they don't know what it is. And it's just in there with the school name on it and everything sent to it. So who the fuck is sending all these envelopes to schools? And then obviously they don't give a fuck who it is. They just want to catch somebody. Some people, some kids, they don't care. They're just sending it to all these schools and everything. And it's like, yo, what's good with the police? They slacking. Ever since what happened, now they extra slacking.
I want to know what post office is delivering all this shit.
For real. That too.
Like, literally, you want to find out, you got to go to target the post office. There's no reason why packages that have no return address to be sent to schools. It's not. It doesn't work like that.
I want to hear from Status right now about how he feels about schools, because he still was going to school during that time. So,
I was doing homeschool.
What you feeling?
No, this is recent. Status hasn't gone to school. This is recent. Like, this happened 2 days ago. Like, this is brand new, recent.
But during COVID, wasn't Status in school?
No, he was homeschooled. Remember, he was in the house every fucking day. This little shit didn't go to school.
Why do you think I haven't said nothing?
This little shit didn't go to school. His ass was home. You didn't remember him on the mic all damn day? This motherfucker didn't go to school for shit.
Honestly, like, I remember I started playing with Status probably like during COVID time. I didn't play with Status that much, like before that.
Yeah, this motherfucker was home all day being annoying little ass. I would always ask, yo, you don't have fucking school or some shit? No? Then you want to play? Motherfucker. Anyway, but like, back to what I was saying, I feel like whoever's delivering these packages, it gotta be, I feel like it's not I don't think it's the post office. I think it's somebody that's in charge or in cahoots with whoever's sending it. They're sending one person to deliver it directly to the school, like putting it in their, envelope slap to the doors or some shit. Like, it gotta be.
All right, yeah, I can see that.
I
yeah,
can.
because
wait, before you continue, I want to add on to what he and Slash was just saying, and what you were saying. How the whatever company it is, Insane has a point there, but also Slasher does have a point with someone just going to the school and putting the thing in through the slip. But most schools don't have the slip.
But then either way, they could be dressed up as a post office man in disguise and just be like, "Oh yeah, this is yours."
Yeah, but
and then they give it to the security guard that most security guards in schools don't give a fuck. They just there to get a bag, get their check and be out. You know what I mean? Like they truly don't care that much.
But you also got most schools have surveillance cameras.
That too. But like, how could you tell though?
You feel me?
Who, even with the surveillance camera, how could you tell if it is
because they're holding the package that went in?
Yeah, but but you never. What I mean is, if that person's dressed up in a post office suit, like, how could you tell if he really works for the post office or not?
Well, no. To answer that before Insane goes, basically, if they have the footage, they could just go in the system and search whether if they actually work for that job or not, because you at FedEx and all shipping places are, like governmental shit, right?
Yeah, but
they could just
we would need a name tag or something if it was that case, because I don't think they
don't need the name tag. As long as they could have the picture of him, they could search through the system.
It's a hard, sticky situation because they still haven't apparently found whoever it is, which I'm also going to play a video of what I'm talking about in a little bit, but say, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like most schools, not all of them, but most schools have those security guards where they memorize almost everybody's face that comes into the school.
Mm-hmm.
That they're dedicated to their jobs and they know who's who. You got these security, because when I was growing up, I had security guards like that too. They knew all the students, they knew the parents, they knew your uncles, your cousins, whatever, you know, and it's still like that to this day. So you got security guards that are on point, and if you're on point, you can recognize something that's like unusual. You'd be like, wait, I don't remember. You're not the usual post office person or delivery guy that usually comes around here. Word. So you being you're going to ask questions, you're going to have a little conversation, not to make anything suspicious or anything, make the person suspicious. You're going to be like, hey, how you doing? What happened to the last mail guy? Usually comes and delivers our mail here.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little investigation.
Yeah,
but that's how all schools should be. They should have those type of dedicated security guards on standby, or just working, doing what they got to do, protect these kids.
Yeah, I definitely had those same security guards at my high school, when I was going to high school, also my middle school, because my brother goes to the same middle school I did. So the same majority of the security guards that were there when I went are still there. But the new ones that they have are cool too. I got to know a couple of them, personally, to check on them. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like me personally, if they security, I still, obviously my brother go here, so I'm gonna just chit chat with the security guard, shit like that. That's how I've always been. So I don't really have a complaint with that, with my situation, but excuse me, security's in my high school, and what I wanted to do, originally was try to get a security job at my brother's high school, so when he does go to high school, I can somehow watch over him in a way. You know what I mean? But it's a little harder with getting a security job at his high school because it's new and everything, so it's a pain in the ass with that one. But that's what I wanted to do, allegedly. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna work out at the moment. So
in order to get that job, a school job, you need to take school safety. You got to take the test, and because the school security guard, they work with the NYPD.
Okay.
They're not just school security. They have actual NYPD uniform.
Oh.
I mean, the only thing that's different is the color of their shirt.
Yeah.
That's like maybe
It's not
like a
NY.
light blue.
Well,
Cause I
I think that's in
took
New
the
York
test
because out here
to
it's
be
different in a way, I guess.
mm-hmm.
Because the security guard that I'm cool with, which he's at the school by me that I went to school, he told me he was able to get the job without having to do any of that. Like, cause I think because of Newark is a little different. I think so. He was telling me that he was able to get the job just by obviously applying or calling, shit like that. Especially obviously having his SOAR license. So he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, if you want, if that's what you're trying to do, like just check it again or call him, if anything. Or if you can't work there, maybe try to work out of college. Make a little money." And I did apply for a college that's I applied for NJIT, which is a college out here, for security. So I was waiting on something, but like I said, I don't know what's going on with the whole job application thing, but lately, anybody that maybe been having the same problem out there, I know me and Steven both have. When we apply, but nobody, no, you don't get a message, you don't get anything, not even a sorry, but we full, we're not taking nobody, nothing. It's just dead silence, like you don't even get shit. I don't know what's going on with this whole situation with even trying to find anything. It don't make no sense. It don't. Like I truly don't know what's going on. I feel like something fishy is going on, but there's only so much we can really think about. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that people need to like really look at and think about. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't like to think that way. So when it comes down to things like that, it's annoying. But the next question, we're gonna go to the next question right now, and it's right there. Even though I think I did I
Yeah, right.
huh?
Let's see. What happened?
No, go ahead. Or no. Which one of y'all want to read it? Someone.
I said, would you recommend your kid or siblings to go to school with the craziness going on outside?
What I mean by that also is like obviously the shootings and anything around, because now nobody gives a fuck. So there's a lot going on.
Oh, okay. No matter what, we was dealing with
What happened?
shootings and all this extra other stuff aside from COVID and other shit like that. We was already dealing with shootings, this, that. So there's obviously, if I went to school with all that shit, why not?
Mm.
But with the COVID, no.
We're supposed to be living in some good times. Well, not good times right now, but we should be living in a point where we don't have to be afraid to have our kids walk outside. You feel me? Without looking over their shoulders. With all this craziness going on, I wouldn't feel comfortable having my daughter out there by herself. Unless I'm with her, I'm not letting her go outside by herself or go to school by herself. Like I just recently walked my daughter to school a few hours ago and brought her home. And I brought her to school around 9 a.m. in the morning. And I've just picked her up around 2:40 and then brought her back home. So that's gonna be my schedule for how many days she's going, So yeah, I don't feel safe having her be outside by herself. And she even tells me herself, like she doesn't feel safe walking by herself. That's why she has me come along with her.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of sad. Back in the days, I used to be outside by myself with my friends, and we all used to hang out and everything. There wasn't a lot of crazy stuff like that going around. I mean, yeah, you got some people getting beat up, but at that time, we was probably people beating up people,
Facts. That's true.
Now you got kids shooting other kids over some stupid shit, or you got just kids punching old ladies and all that. Like, bro, you are not tough.
Nope.
You're not tough. So hitting somebody younger than you or older than you, You was not tough. Like I will give you
I would pay
money.
Max. I would pay to see some
I
shit.
will pay
Or even
somebody
attempt.
to come up to me and try to hit me. Fuck out of here.
For real.
We're going down. It's going down. When I get to that age, I'm gonna be one of them old heads that's gonna be boxing little kids out. Like,
Mhm.
back in my days, little man. Throw your hands, boy. Better throw your hands, boy. Think it's a game? Think it's a game? Like, you think it's a game, old little man? You put my teeth down. Sit down.
You gonna be fighting status.
Yo, it's a fact though too. We're gonna actually talk about that too. Now, I feel like that's another thing where everything going on outside. It's a fact. People, like I said, people and kids just became more and more ruthless. Like no one cares anymore. No one really doesn't care. So they'll end up fighting whoever, a female, a mother, old lady, old man. They don't give a fuck. And it's sad because that's not how it used to be. I mean, not as regular as it is today. You know what I'm saying? And I always said, I would literally pay somebody to even see them attempt to try to do some shit like that. Bro, I'm about to make somebody shit their pants. Like it's going down. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like I don't play that shit. And you know what I mean? And it's like the same thing too. If I ever have, eventually later on down the line, if I have my own wife or baby moms, whatever the case is, girlfriend, if I had a baby with her and somebody's trying to attempt to hurt her, I feel so sorry for that person. I genuinely feel so fucking sorry for that person because I'm gonna murder him or her. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Nobody's touching. No one.
But she
Male,
did
female,
it
dog.
too, though. So what's she gonna do to her?
You said what?
But she did it too, though, right? That's what you saying? Like if
didn't
somebody
say
hurt her?
No. I'm saying like if somebody tried to hurt like my wife or
Oh,
whatever the
okay.
case is.
Wait,
Like,
how
especially if she
did
was
that get to this
pregnant.
topic? How did we even get
Because like what I'm
think,
getting at is anybody in general. The craziness. I'm emphasizing on what the fuck goes on outside because nobody talks about this shit. And even if they do, they're just like, oh, did you hear about that? Oh, it's nothing. Shut the fuck up. You ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even acknowledging what the hell is going on outside. And it is nice outside, but it's not nice outside. It's an ugly situation still outside. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know people, you have to live your life. But at this point in time, no matter who it is, people don't care. They will even run over a child in the street because he decides, oh, fuck it, it's a green light. Fuck these cars, they gotta wait for me. I'm gonna run over the street. They'll run them niggas over. The people don't care no more. They don't care no more. And it's sad because at the end of the day,
went to mad. Like the world went mad already. Like they're just not as crazy yet. It's like people
Like,
are just to kill people now these days for no reason.
it
You don't
is
need a
so-
reason to kill somebody. It seems like
they could just be like, oh, they got. Remember back in the day when we were in school or anything, and we got mad and we retaliated at the person that got us mad. We got yelled at, and we would get questions. Oh, why'd you do it? And we would say because he got me mad. And then they would tell us, oh, but you can't do that. You can't retaliate. You can't do this, that, and the third. Fuck you. Like at this point, no one gives a shit.
fuck you.
Like no one gives
Fuck
a fuck
you.
nowadays, bro. You ask these people that do worse nowadays, yo, why'd you do it? Oh, he said this one word, bro, and it got me so mad. So I decided to fucking give him $150, bro. I don't give a fuck. Even if he was my boy, I don't give a
That
shit.
dude said that the stray cat looked like my grandma, the goddamn thing.
Blink, motherfucker.
Blink, motherfucker.
Blink, motherfucker. He told me to blink. We had
Like,
a
it
fight.
don't make sense, yo. And that's what I'm getting at. It's a serious situation, bro. Especially if if you have a kid, brother, sibling, aunt, cousin, my aunt, cousin, whatever the case is, in high school or even middle school, yo, you gotta watch out because it's either somebody is sick or somebody wants to fight and don't give a fuck what's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Even if they get out of school and they happen to have to walk home alone, like, nah, fuck all that. You better go pick up your kid. I don't give a fuck if you at work or not. Like, you better get your ass up and you better go get your kid. Real talk. You know what I mean? And it's sad that some parents at the end of the day too, they take their job more serious than their child. If their child gets out, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. What the fuck you mean you forgot? There's no such thing as you forgot. Once you're a parent, there's no such thing as you forgot to pick up your kid from school. Nah, that shit don't exist, bro.
If you come up, how can you forget you forgot?
Exactly. The word is you have to switch forgot with I didn't care, because forgot don't exist. If you drop the kid off, you did not forget. You didn't care. There's a difference. There wasn't, oh, I forgot. Oh, but I looked at the time. Okay, I only had a couple minutes, so I closed my eyes for a little more. Shut the fuck up. You didn't care. That's why.
I forgot to wipe my ass. Like, I take a shit. Like, come on.
Like, it don't make sense. There's no word such as I forgot when it comes to your kid. And I've personally ran into some situations that parents want to talk about. I forgot. And I'm not obviously not gonna say who, but I looked at the person like, are you dumb? Do you have screws loose or something? Like, what? How you forget? And at the end of the day, that's what's crazy to me. It could be that, or even if something that bad happens and then it happens to your sibling, your kid, whatever the case is. Now you get in the story back and you're like, then they question you and it's like, oh, but where were you at this time? And your excuse is gonna be what? I was waiting online for my food. I couldn't leave it. I went to the bathroom and I had a really bad stomachache.
It was Taco Tuesday, bro.
Bro,
it was
I needed a free one.
All right,
like,
Taco Tuesday comes before my child. All right, I'm sorry.
It's Taco Tuesday. Burrito.
Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that part right
and
there.
You get a vanilla mocha swirl on the side.
Wow. With that being said, I'm gonna play this real quick on what was going on.
Concern for parents and staff members at 5 Manhattan schools. That's after all of them received a total of 6 suspicious envelopes with white powder inside. 3 of the schools are on the Upper West Side, 1 on the Upper East Side, another in Midtown. All of the envelopes arrived between March 10th and today. There's concern there could be more. News 4's Phil Lipoff has details.
What the hell's going on?
A second scare in 3 days here at River Park Nursery School on the corner of 94th and Amsterdam. Another call to police about a white envelope with unknown white powder inside.
It's incredibly concerning. I'm immediately thinking about the safety of all of its students.
Parents are on edge.
Scared, to be honest with you.
Of course you're white.
The 6th such envelope since the 10th of this month. All the powder so far has been deemed not harmful. The Robert F. Wagner Middle School on the Upper East Side was the first to get one. White with the school's name written in block letters.
I was concerned for the safety of the teachers because they were the ones that were there. The kids weren't in school yet, thankfully.
Nicole Fever's daughter Avery goes to the second school to receive a similar envelope, the Montclair's Children's School. This time on the Upper West Side, 1 day later. Then River Park's first call to police on the 16th.
It makes me wonder about the motivation behind doing it in the first place.
Just yesterday, this building at 111 East 33rd, which houses several schools, got an envelope with white powder inside as well. And finally, the New York Kids Club, also on the Upper West Side. There, an email went out to parents immediately. In part, it reads, in working with the FBI and the NYPD, it was determined that there was not an imminent threat to our school and believed the envelopes were likely sent to cause disruption. In all, 5 schools in Manhattan, all deeply concerned.
With everything going on with COVID and everything, like, we have to add this to it.
And when parents have been finding out that the powder is not harmful, they are very much annoyed. And the NYPD says this may not be the last of it. All of these envelopes were mailed from a location here in Manhattan. And the NYPD tells us we may see more in the coming days. On the Upper West Side, Phil Lipoff.
Phil Lipoff, what a name.
You see what I'm talking about? There's more to come, but they don't know yet. See, this is what
The news already saying there's more to come, and they already know. Like, how do they know that? Of course, I think they already know there's gonna be some shit.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they talking about the substance has not been. What was it? They said that the fucking powder is not dangerous. Like, how does that make any sense? So who's gonna send a white powder that
They probably
is
tested
supposed to be a
it.
joke? But what the fuck is the purpose of the person that's sending that to schools? Like, that's not
Probably trying to scare somebody. He's probably
Yeah,
trying to make a scare or an anthrax scare, because that's what happened last time. They put anthrax in an envelope, and that same thing happened. This was probably like a few years ago. No, years ago, probably like 12, 13 years ago.
Like, that shit is dumb. Police say it's not dangerous, but there's still more to come, so be on the lookout. Honestly, if that's the case, I'm not sending my kid to school, because if maybe what they're doing is maybe if the first couple of batches of envelopes weren't dangerous, the other half will be dangerous because they wanted to throw the cops off. Now the real dangerous envelopes are going to be inbound. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this person is trying to do a mastermind situation, he would have to think, okay, the first batch he sent out wasn't dangerous. He knew the cops were going to find out. Now they're talking about there should be more on the way. So if that's the case, then that means this person probably will have more envelopes, but with actual dangerous shit in them to attack who he really wanted. To try to use the non-dangerous ones to cover his tracks for the real dangerous shit. Like, he or she, because at the end of the day, men and female are capable of anything. I don't give a fuck. I don't. They're capable of anything, especially some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are not to be trusted by no means necessary. Like, for real. You know what I mean? But the next topic is something that's happened, obviously for a while, but these schools have recently changed certain procedures in certain states. And I think I may be able to find a video I saw. But go ahead.
Okay, so with the school, I'll read the question. What is your outlook on schools' new shooting procedures? I want to hear Insane's first, because as from a parent's perspective.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You want me to say the question again? He just mutes.
Yeah, because I'm on my side. For some reason, I'm getting sound like a robot a little bit. So it's just could be my connection. So.
What is your outlook on schools' new shooting procedures?
Honestly, their procedures is not up to par right now. They need to work on that even harder, because it's you still have kids sneaking into schools with guns and stuff like that. So I'll be damned if I find out that a kid went to my daughter's school trying to shoot it up. Forget it. I'm going in there like what's his name? Die Hard. Bruce Willis.
Oh, you know what?
With a vengeance.
What's crazy to say? Okay, so they do testing, whatever, right? They doing the procedure, blah blah blah. But if you really think about it, they're just training the next school shooter. He's like taking notes to the back. So where do we meet up? Okay. No, I get
Am I fucked up for laughing?
It's true.
It's true. That's the funny part. Like, you definitely know motherfuckers is definitely writing notes down. Like,
you never know. It's like so yeah. So where we meet up? And thank you. No, to a certain extent, yeah, understandable. But then also, like I just made my point, you're training the next one.
Of
You would
course.
think that schools would nowadays with their procedures, they would switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like they would switch shit up and have different game plans. You know what I'm saying? But they all have the same shit.
Hide in the
Every
corner.
student that's in class, get against the wall, hide by the door.
Hide by the locker.
No
Hide
one
by,
can see you. Like
no, they go
I don't know
hide
any
away,
of the
hide away from the
school
door.
procedures that's going on now because I haven't really been paying attention to more of that. But like by now, their fucking procedures should like let these kids carry their own fucking guns and let them shoot these niggas that want to come in already and shit by now. Like, because we don't want shit like
But that
that.
would have made sense because now you're supplying the
That'll be a
actual school
massacre.
shooter with the gun.
Yeah.
Everybody popping shots in the hallway, crossfire
Bro.
all over the place.
You know what's funny? Yo,
He's right
Like,
there.
continue on
It's
what
gonna be a
Rodriguez was
war
saying.
in school.
To continue on what Rodriguez was saying, you know how they said they wanted to supply the teachers with arms. They wanted to arm the teachers,
Yeah.
bro. If the kids ejected the teacher, fucking
Oh yeah,
crazy.
he's definitely gonna pop the kid. Man.
Nigga,
Shut the fuck up! I told you.
he's like, Timmy, this is the third time in the library. I told you, just shh. He's like, okay.
But like I was
He said,
saying,
yeah.
by like this time, like they had too many school shootings to already not be fucking prepared for shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if by this time I'm already sending
Listen.
Zane in with his own knife and shit. I'm telling you, keep it to yourself.
You
Like
could-
don't tell nobody you got it. You know what I mean? But you're not supposed to do that. But then again, it's just like I don't know what you
Hide it in your
is
I mean,
prepared.
practice
Because every time
drills.
you go to,
But
every
you
time
always
you
gotta
go
make
to
sure
practice
you
being
drills.
prepared, they want to fucking tell you that, yeah, they were prepared, but then 6 different kids got shot and plus one of the teachers. Like, well, prepared for what? They still got shot. And that was different.
But what happens?
Listen,
They have
if-
metal
if-
detectors like most schools may have.
Can't-
And, you know, they got.
But even then, you could still get a gun through a metal detector.
True. Sure.
And most of these kids are smart now. Most of these kids, not all of them, most of them are smart. They know how to get around a metal detector.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you
The
could practice.
generation is really different.
You could practice as much as you want and do drills to prepare yourself for situations like that. It's always gonna feel different when it's right there and it's happening at that moment.
Facts. Especially something so serious as
Right.
that.
If you really want to put somebody and train somebody like that, you have to put them in that type of predicament. Make the drills feel more realistic.
Some schools do it. Like they'll send in a police officer, a trained sheriff, a police officer with a real shot, gun with either blanks or pellets.
Dummy rounds.
Yeah, and they'll walk in and they'll act like that as if they're a real school shooter, like real aggressive, banging on the doors, shaking them, trying to find people, busting shots in the hallway. And, in the school, the hallways a gunshot would sound mad real. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll
Yeah,
sound
the
louder
echo.
because the echoes in the hallway. So when they do that, it's it's to get them used to it, which they had the right idea. That's how you really do it. Is actually having someone to come in there and be aggressive. When I was doing it, they didn't have none of that. They would just be like, "Oh, if you don't get to your class, what?" Like they'll get on the speakers, right? This was when I was in high school.
I already know what he's gonna say.
They would be like on the speakers, if you don't get to your class in 30 seconds, 20 seconds tops, then you will get locked out and you will die. But like no one really took it as they were just like, I'm gonna hide in the bathroom. I'm gonna stay in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers would be in the bathroom and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna stay in the bathroom. But then if they didn't go to the class, so the
Man, they
teacher
did
could
a hide
count
and
them
seek.
and take their heads, like count the heads that come into the class and make sure they're accounted for. Then the teachers will yell at them and they'll be like, yo, where were you? Where were you? They'll be like, I was in the bathroom hiding. I don't care. You need to come to class. And then they got so upset at one point that they literally made anybody that was in the bathroom when that call went on needed to be in that class no matter what. And if you weren't, you would either get written up or you would get a detention after class and you would have to sit in the auditorium for about an hour or two. Like that shit was so annoying to me, bro. But again, the procedure was whack. because niggas was running through the hole. Oops, sorry, motherfuckers was running through the holes, not caring, and they would just running through the holes like ha 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 ha, and then messing with the teachers. Like the teacher would be waiting by the door to just close it and lock it. And I remember one time when I was in school, I had one something happened. They said that they found that the cops were detecting a bomb by my school. So that was the first real shit that I went through. Like, it wasn't a.
The fuck is that?
Card open.
No, that's my clock. The alarm joint goes off on it sometimes randomly. I don't know why, but yeah. So like I was saying, I had my real situation one day in high school where they were saying that there was supposedly a suspicion of a bomb near my school, and it was a street that was right behind me in the class I was at, which was my history class. And next thing you know, obviously they did the real lockdown. They did everything. They was like, you know what, like actually go sit down under the desks on the side, wherever you can, just in case of anything. So we had to do all that for real. And we waited for a good 30 minutes to an hour or so for police to come, check around, make sure things are clear, all that. Eventually, they did it all, and then we got up and went about our business. But like shit like that, that was scary to me because it's different. It's a bomb. A bomb could blow up shit instantly into oblivion. Like if it's a real hefty bomb, like that shit it does damage. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a school shooter, like at this point, now they have to like hit their shot, or it's a human walking around with a weapon that you can kind of like, if you on the camera, if someone's on the camera, they can kind of like communicate where they're at, shit like that. But a bomb, you could just place it, set it, and be gone. So that was my first experience I had ever, first and last experience I had ever with something real like that. But the procedures, they need to really fix their shit up, because then there's a video I saw where a group of kids like were just running. You just hear run, and you hear all these kids screaming, but some of them laughing, or just some of them running and just like asking what's going on, what's happening. And then the guy recording was like, I don't know. They just telling us run, so run, shut up and run. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop asking questions, just go. So they end up getting to this one teacher, which I'm assuming I think this was Massachusetts or something like that. But it was like a little room, like a separate gym area. So the teacher was telling them, get in, get in, get in. So then he did a part 2, and apparently the reason why they were running was because there was a shooting nearby, like right up the road from the school. So now this was when the kids were coming in the morning. So now apparently he explained in the video, when he was going to school, like everybody was getting close to the doors and everything, and then they heard it. So all the teachers decided were for the kids to run, not get in the school, not get in the back door, run, just run. Like, how does that make any sense? If something's going on, do you just tell kids that are coming to just run instead of getting in the building where they possibly could be safer? Like, that was dumb to me. What happened?
So instead of saying, yo, run inside the school, they just said run.
Run. Like, just run. Run the opposite way. Like, book it. Yeah. Like, just go. And certain kids dipped. They went back home, and then some.
That's what I would have did.
Some ran back home, and then some actually ran because that, like I said, that teacher was in the gym area. She was telling certain kids she saw to go inside. So those kids went in the building. They went into the gym. But then he also explained after all that was going on, they sat down, hid the same procedure, waited about an hour, and then they went, about their business the same regular school day. I was like, yo, that's dumb. If they telling me run, bro, and I'm on my way to school, fuck all that. I'm gone. I'm going home. Fuck that. Like, no, they got me fucked up. I'm gone. I'm going home. I'm not dealing with that. Nope. Especially not telling me to go in the building, bro. I'm gone.
Well, like, I find it funny that you have kids just running back into the school. Like, it's your chance to run away, go home. It's your chance to cut school. Like, you want to run back into the school? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They probably had, their
It's like
school
a horror
high
movie.
school boyfriend or girlfriend. Oh my god, but I just don't want to go home. I want to spend time with them for the day in school. You know,
You see me after. Bye.
like yo, for real, I'm going. Yo, fuck all that. I'm going. I'm going home.
I will leave my book bag.
In my if some shit like that happened at my school, I feel like honestly my school was huge, so it would be a bit of a stretch to run, but I would still be gone. I don't give a fuck. And I lived about 15, 25 minutes, maybe a little bit farther away, but I'm gone. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go get something to eat and we'll go home.
Like, if I was still in middle school when that happened, yeah, I could run 8 blocks back to my crib. But the school I'm in, I can't run my ass home. I gotta run to the L, take the L, get over Myrtle, then keep running. Nah.
Mm-mm. I ain't doing it.
That's all the way in Williamsburg. Nah, I'm not making that run.
That's why that's why I wanted to assess that. Assess that. Yeah, assess that. I was right. Anyway. But that's why I wanted to talk about that, because that's one thing that I feel like obviously is a major thing nowadays, especially with everything going on and a lot more school shootings happening. It's something important to talk about. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact.
And most people, like I said, most people don't listen. Then you have the little jackasses that just want to fool around. You know what I mean? Some people fuck around with other people's life. Like these kids that try to act all funny and goofy, like he ha ha. Let's do this. Oh, dude, I would take a book and just hit him. I would just hit him. Like the moment he comes through the door, wham! I would just wham. Like they're not doing shit.
That's why.
He has a gun.
That's why when they do drills, they gotta make it realistic and spontaneous. Don't let none of the students know. And all right, this like if I were to be in charge of something like that, I would notify the parents, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have nothing to worry about if they hear anything. Now, what you do is you notify the parents, tell them we're gonna be doing a drill that's realistic. Nobody's gonna get hurt and everything. You just assure them that your kids are safe and you're just doing a drill just in case if a situation like this were to happen in real life. You know, real life situations. Now that the parents are notified, none of the kids are notified. Only the teachers know about this, the principal, the whole school staff. None of the kids, they're oblivious to what's going on. Boom, you hit them with the unexpected situation, things going down, how everybody reacts and everything.
Yeah.
Right? Now, just by how everybody reaction and everything, you got people that's in there that's actually paying attention and showing people what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong in a situation. And the teachers too. The teachers are being tested in this also.
Yeah.
So when at the end of the drill, everybody's been evaluated how they did situation wise. The school staff, not the kids, the school staff, how able to take control of the situation, calm everybody down, assess everything that's going on, think of your thought process at that moment, and then making sure everybody's safe and sound.
Yeah.
Like have a game plan, execute it to the fullest, and get shit done. You know, make the kids feel like they're in that situation, make like they're scared as shit. Like they're even calling their parents from the school, and the parents got to play it off and you know.
Oh my god! What?
Like to make it even more realistic, parents need to play it off and be it and put on their acting skills. Like, oh my god, my child, you know, like make them panic. I mean, not to a certain extent. I mean, if you know your child can't handle that and they catch a seizures or whatever,
yeah,
boom, don't bring them to school that day, whatever, blah blah blah. But the ones that you know. They know they could handle the situation.
Admit that their child can't handle that.
No, that's true. Nobody's going to be able to handle that. No child should be able to handle that. Your child shouldn't be going through stuff like that. But this is reality now. we're gonna have to put you in this situation just in case it's something like this were to happen for real, for real.
Yep. Exactly.
Like this is life or death situations where you got to take into account your responsibility and your actions. Every little action that you make can affect somebody else, your classmate
Word.
and yourself at that. You know, everybody needs to work together. If there's no working together and everybody's just straight chaos running around, you're just gonna have people dying all over again.
Mm-hmm. And I
Like,
feel like
yeah,
with things like that too, there's also gonna be that one, maybe a handful of kids that try to do, you know, the Rambo move and think they hot shit and try to take down a school
yeah,
shooting.
exactly. Like don't
like
exactly. You know. Don't take matters into your own hands. You know, work together. Work it. Don't try to be a hero.
Facts.
You feel me? You're just gonna put yourself in danger and everybody else. You know, I mean, at a certain, it's, you know, the situation as well too. But you should never take that chance.
Yep.
You know, don't be like, oh, this is just like that movie I watched. I know I could do this. You know, like no,
That's some shit I would do.
It's not a fucking movie. It's a
I'm
real
applying this out. I've seen this
You
shit in
ever
the
seen the
movie.
Three
I've seen it
Ninjas
all.
like everything, son. I know, and I know he's gonna turn this way. He's gonna plant the gun this way, and I'm gonna just turn this way because that's what the guy did in the movie. Remember, he turned to the right. Do that,
I'm gonna hit the gun,
and then you turn to the right, and the other guy turns to the right, and you get shot, and then what? Now what? Your ass is dead. It's stupid.
Like,
this is not a movie. It's stupid.
There's always that one dude, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it is definitely. It would definitely be dope to do something like that because now, you know, you could see how kids really would react and how everybody would react, including the teachers. Like, would the teachers actually comprehend what's going on, or would they just be like, "Yo, fuck these kids! I don't get paid enough for this shit," and just dip?
Word.
Like you never know. Like there's different type of people. You know what I mean? Oh man, that was funny. But give me something else that you thought about when it comes to your daughter being in school or anything in school wise that you feel about.
You know what I think they should do in schools, especially in my daughter's school, or in any school for general at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they used to have those quiz where they give you situations or like a story and everything, but it had you had to figure out stuff like Kathy had this amount of stuff, or you know, and they took away this. Now put that into a situation where like the school shooting, like you know how the whole drill thing, put a scenario in a story, right, and give multiple choice questions and test everybody, all the kids. Like, what would they do in a situation like that? Like, make them feel like they're in that situation just by reading a paragraph or a little script, whatever. Make them feel like, what would you do in this situation? And you give them multiple choice. And depending on their answers, you could determine if where that kid's mind state is at that point in time.
Yeah.
And try to, if how can I say this? Just to see where their mind is at. Basically, just to see where their mind is at. So if stuff like that were to happen, you know how that child will react. Will he take this into his own hands, or will he, you know, just go by step by the rules and keep himself and his fellow classmates safe? You know, I think they should do that. They should have those type of like tests just to see where the kid's a child's mind state is at that point in time. What would you do in a situation? Put that in all classes. Like make that a freaking a lesson. Like just a class, a special class, homeroom class, where you have scenarios and everybody comes up with solutions and everything, the best solutions.
Did
Keep in mind a child's mind sharp.
yeah.
I feel like that would be excellent tactics for, especially in life in general.
Yeah. That would actually be smart to do, especially if not just that, but in homeroom, if the teachers took that time in homeroom, kids just fuck around in homeroom and wait. So if they should take that time and just give them, obviously not do overdrag their homeroom time, because that's their time at the same time to just relax a little bit before the next class, or whatever, do whatever they want, talk, whatever. But they should take like at least a couple of minutes to just go over like a couple of things, like you said, and just do that every time, and just figure things out and try to get them on scenario mode. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually a pretty smart idea, but we all know the school sucks. So it's horrible to even try to make an idea for them, because they just want to push it down for no reason, because they think, oh, this is what's best. This is what's best. Shut up. You don't know what's best.
No, that's a fact.
I feel like when it comes to schools as well, but they don't really go over like they used to. If a tornado or a tsunami or something happens, they don't go over that shit no more either. They don't go over procedures for that.
I mean, it's depending on the location. Like if you have a location where tornadoes like normally happen or earthquakes normally happen, and that one area, then you should practice that. You should practice that drill. Or situations like that. Also, like, I want to take the time to even tell anybody that's watching or whatever, or watches this afterwards, after we're live, leave a comment below. What do you think? Like, the ideas that we're coming up with, do you think that'll be good? Like, is that a good suggestion to bring to the school staff and, make it possible to improve the safety in schools? Not only for your child, but for the staff and everybody around you. Just leave a comment below, and especially if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that like button, share with your family and friends. We talk about different topics like this all the time, and we like to hear your opinion. Drop it down.
Those that are watching visually on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and do what this video is gonna tell you. Just do it. Just do it. What?
Just do what it says. Just do what it says.
Do what it says. I said to do it. Do what it says. I said what? We gonna do what it says. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do what it says. I said what? We're gonna do it again.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, we need to come up with some. We need to come up with some segments to cut the podcast at certain parts, like segments, like funny. Like iCarly had. They had them. Okay.
Random dancing.
Yeah, like they had their segments and shit. We should do we gotta come up with a segment for our joint too. You know what I'm saying? Like even like a small time, like we were just doing. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna follow it and we do it again.
Random freestyles.
Yeah, we're gonna have a segment called "Would You Date? Why wouldn't you date a lesbian?"
Go ahead, say that again, sir.
Why wouldn't you date a lesbian? You put me on the spot like that? You think I'm gonna freeze? I'm gonna tell you. You should date a lesbian.
The camera is already freezing.
Just date her. Just love her. Date her.
And then you got a child.
On the spot.
A child.
A child.
I'm sexy.
Please.
That doesn't school.
Send in 5 cents for this child.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again.
Look at this guy.
I got the Superman Jerry curls going on right now. Voss.
Oh shit! I see you.
But
I see you.
I want to
You
take a second
you
and
put Gorilla Glue on that.
no, I don't. Stop. Basically, I want to go ahead and say those that are watching on Facebook and YouTube, please don't forget to go ahead, subscribe, follow, share the streams out, share the after streams out. Also, go ahead and watch the past episodes. Go ahead, like them. Go ahead, hit the bell icon so you get notified when we upload and or go live. And on top of that, go ahead, follow our social medias down below in the description down below. Show us that love. You know the vibe. Follow me, yeah. Follow me.
The single ladies, follow my description.
And wait.
All the single ladies, go to my Facebook page. I'll have me.
And
I'm single.
a single should be dropping soon from my side. Don't know how soon, but soon. Within 3 to 4 months from now.
Yes.
His
But
single
yeah,
is with the music.
we
My
did read.
single is dating status.
And, well, you're dating status. No.
No,
No. You can't.
I'm not dating you, stupid.
No,
Status
listen.
is a different thing besides from your name.
No, I'm status.
No, you're not that status. All right.
But I'm status.
No,
So-
you're little Don status.
With that being said, shout out to everybody. We're gonna go ahead. Those that are rewatching
We're
the
not
stream
leaving it
right
like
now, we reached our hour and 16 mark. We're gonna go
We're
ahead
not leaving it like that.
because
No, we're not gonna leave it like that because that's weird. That shit is weird, right?
but let us know.
Weird.
Let us know in the comments down below. Then, if you're watching this after, like I said, click this video right here. It's going to be a recent video of our last episode we did, which was yesterday. Go ahead. It was pretty interesting. Go ahead. Make sure you click on that video. Also, click that bottom right circle at the bottom of your screen. It'll show you, well, it'll bring you directly to the channel. So go ahead, click it. It'll directly bring you. Poof, gone. You teleported to the channel. Congratulations. You win a new subscription. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Show us that support. We truly appreciate it. Lately, we've been on the grind. We're trying to keep the schedule and consistency going. We're feeling good. I'm feeling good. Things are going amazing. We have some plans. Maybe we'll bring you guys some in-person podcasts, not just 4 screens and 4 boxes. It'll probably be everyone together being goofy and crazy and better. You'll have
We're
better
not sponsored.
soon.
And anybody who wants to sponsor us, be I guess.
Yeah.
Trojan.
Shut up.
Okay.
Yes, anybody wants to
I'm willing
sponsor.
to try the new sponsored by a new dating app because I'm looking for love. I'm so single right now.
Shut your face.
Please help
Shut your
me.
face. But
No, you shut up, it's stupid.
out there
Right?
that
I'm
wants
looking
to
for
go
love. No,
ahead
let's
and
do that.
go
We're not
ahead
ending
and
like that.
sponsor
Okay,
us.
I'm looking for
You
love.
know
Don't
that
listen to what
our
he's saying.
emails are down
Ladies,
below.
come see me.
Yes.
All right, I love
We
all
love
of you.
you all.
Mwah. Ladies, I love you. I love you. I love you, ladies. Mwah. Are they French? Like they French. They're French fries. You know? We want the French
Shut the
fries.
fuck up.
I love you.
Parlez-vous français, shut the fuck up, okay?
No, you a loser. You a loser. Okay?
You a loser. Okay? We love y'all.
You a
Look, we're fucking around. You know the vibes. This is what we do. We just fuck around. But yeah, don't
Yes,
forget
sir.
to subscribe, hit that follow button. Also hit that bell icon. Show that like and support. And share. Share
sir.
everywhere you possibly can.
Share.
Share it out. We truly appreciate the help. And like I said, we are gathered on the arena.
Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend.